Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We're here with more 999. What is preview? Oh, what is this, like one of those little video things? Okay, cool. So, let's continue where we left off, which was chilling in the incinerator. Things are really heating up. We already made that joke last time.
Come on, over here!
Alright, so we're recalling past events of 9 years ago. Get out of my face, Apple software update! I ain't got time for that. That was my brother Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
He ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Oh no, is the stream being crappy for you guys? I hope Lotus's daughters are as ready to throw down as she is. Me too. Oh, now the game is lagging. Why are these doors like this? These doors are really stuck. Everyone was arguing. Two of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. Wait a second. Oh, I just noticed that this says Akane Vision on it. Up in the corner. It has been two hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had an authority and dignity. Little Snake! The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me.
So they were informed that that was what the press was. I assumed that the kids stuck in the building had no idea why they were in the building. It's good that they were told, hey, we're going to try and send some messages to you. That's definitely more than I thought they were getting.
Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Her name is Clover? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4 clovers. So there are only like one, two, three, four boys, and we know Snake's gonna get into a fist fight. So either Santa got into a fist fight, or these two on the middle of either side got into a fist fight. Anyway, why are you just carrying 9 of these?
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted.
You dweeb.
I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult.
How did you find 9 4-leaf clovers?
But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate.
Oh, because she's turning 9, right.
Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover.
Except for you! Yours is right there!
For their sake, we have to survive.
You know what that means?
We have to get off this ship. Do you understand?
That means there's some poor, receiver just chilling in Building Q. Like, I don't know what the shit I'm supposed to be doing.
If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another.
We can watch it in a bit if you want. We didn't actually watch it this time. Yeah, it's a video of quick scenes hinting at how to get the true end.
If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck?
I think you just made that up, Snake.
Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
Hang on, we could actually just go watch this right now. Be right back, Snake. Little Snake, light. It is interesting to me that these group of children all came with code names for one another and didn't think to just, because not telling your information seems like if I was a kid, I would just immediately start calling myself by my name. Anyway, this thing here. Anyway, back to the game.
So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Now don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. Yes, it's still a Connie vision. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. She's using a littler voice. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Why would you go into an incinerator? So who was in the coffin that time, huh? Good question. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was the only one. If there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What?
yeah, I was noticing her leg warmers too.
What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother always swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. I thought I was going to say desperate. I'm glad at least one of these children can read. Yeah, I really like Nona's little dress hoodie. I actually have a Pinky Street figure that has a little dress that reminds me of Nona's. Both in color and in look. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7.
We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and Seven. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Junpei's present?
Oh. Wait. How old were they when they... I thought that they were, a little older than this. Back whenever, they knew each other. But no, I guess not. Of course it's Junpei's fault.
I knew I'd had it with me when we were passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to.
Because I feel like the story sets it up like they were in middle school, and I guess technically... No, because they're gotta be like, what, 9, 10? It's not quite middle school, at least for us. They knew each other as far back as elementary, did they? I couldn't remember how long they'd known one another. Okay. If they knew each other back in elementary, then it's fine. It's fine. I did think that this was gonna come up, and that was why Junpei was involved here. But I didn't think that her dropping his present was going to be the reason that she got roasted.
I had to go back. I had to, but I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship.
As usual, Junpei's only talent is causing problems. And awkward conversations.
I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom...
Baby Snake's jacket is like a normal windbreaker version of his prince garb. Oh, it kind of is, you're right.
The door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Kentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly I began to walk backwards. One step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
It looks like she, unless it's in her clenched hand here, it looks like she dropped the present again. There was an edge of insanity in his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed up my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me.
I hope we can find it on the ship. That'd be nice.
But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then, suddenly,
Akane!
Yeah, unless it got incinerated. What if that's what it wouldn't make any sense because everything should have burned. But what if that's what what's his face? Santa was looking at in the ashes whenever he has his breakdown after they come in after she gets toasted. Also, I remember I was gonna mention because Seven mentioned that he didn't recognize the name Aoi or Akane, the name Akane, which means that and Snake had mentioned that there was one couple, one pair that wasn't reported, so they weren't mentioned in the news. There were only 16 mentioned in the news, not 18, which means that these two were the two that had no family, which would mean that Santa would probably be her Santa, as in he would probably try to make Christmas happen for her because they didn't have anyone to make Christmas happen for them. Anyway, I had that revelation one night and wanted to get that out before I forgot. Anyway, continue. The doors to the stairs flew open. Blood Santa! And my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt towards Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then...
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Baka! Of course they're tragic orphans. Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked towards the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. With a cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. Only 2 numbers? What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course.
He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the two other doors slid shut as well.
And yeah, apparently they were extra bracelets.
Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Why are they still playing the game like he didn't just break the rules to throw in a child into an incinerator?
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could.
Yeah, they couldn't get through the door.
My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Is Hongo still in there at this point? 'Cause I thought he had left already. But, like, the other doors closed and it didn't mention him leaving through them.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
Oh, apparently he did and she just failed to mention that. Okay, because I was like, I swear that they said he left through the door last time.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning.
Warning.
Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged.
Junpei Vision!
Will begin in 18 minutes.
Junpei Vision!
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Oh, hell. Holy shit! Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Why is there an emergency incineration order? Why does that exist?
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
There's no getting out of Junpei Vision.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
Anyway, I like that he's just like, I knew what it was going to say.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
you know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
Anyway, I gotta put. He said that his sister's name was Clover. So is her real name Clover? I know Dak mentioned that they're real names. So I'm assuming that wasn't her real name, but it's weird that it put that in there. Anyway, incinerate means burn.
What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Lotus is so sassy right now.
God damn it! Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing!
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving! The hell is this?! What else can I say about it, but...
What the hell is that?
What is that? What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine...
Man! Did Akane not get incinerated? Did she release the Gundam? Did she manage to escape 9 years ago? And we all just thought she got posted and she was like just living off the grid and never just she just freaking ghosted Santa? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it.
It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did.
Ghosted.
At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen.
You know, they mentioned that the conditions in Building Q were the same as like all of the puzzles and stuff were the same. Did they? But there was no danger on the Building Q side of things, right? Like all of the danger was strictly on the A side.
I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears.
All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. Hi, Junpei. You look a lot less tired than you did earlier. Being about to get toasted to death can do that to a person, I suppose. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. I think so. He's looking fresh-faced for somebody who hasn't slept in, like, a good while. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Hack it! God! Hey, we're all tense, lady. What? That doesn't mean you get to shove people around.
Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Oh. Huh. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid.
Numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle, how do you work? Oh man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in...
You know what would be super tense? Is if you actually had a 15-minute count, like this was actually going in real time and you actually had 15 minutes to do it. Whew!
13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. I don't think it's a spoiler to say what this was originally. What, like what the puzzle was? Yeah, I don't, probably not. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how.
In the original, it was just a fucking Sudoku. Really? Huh.
My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost.
Which, like, the 9ness of it all, I get it. Sudoku weren't very popular in the States back when this game came out. Like, I hadn't even heard of Sudoku back when this game came out.
My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
Shit, man, I already figured that much out.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice.
Damn, Ace, you're just leaning into it now. A front row seat to this child humiliation.
I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
Oof. Bitch, she escaped and you dragged her back in. That is the dirtiest trick.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1 and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
How come he knows her? He's calling her by name. I guess he knows all of their names, presumably. And also, Santa's been shouting it. I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5.
1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9! I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
Damn, kid, pay attention. He said it wasn't going to work. Until he solved the puzzle.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I heard Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate.
They've been playing fast and loose with these sentences and not putting commas and things. I hadn't commented on it yet, but it's really starting to wear me thin.
In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What
5
kind of
sure
fool are
is
you?
Junpei's number.
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive.
God, that was some CDI Ganon level
Quite hot
die.
in there in a few minutes.
Die. He's kind of making a CDI Ganon sort of face.
I imagine it will be very painful.
His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
No, not into the pit. It burns. Then perish.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I do like the storytelling of how it's switching back between Akane and Junpei. And how each one starts with them having the same sort of moment. That's neat. Anyway, I was crying. Great gulping sob broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
Was it a particularly hard Sudoku puzzle in the original, or was it like a pretty basic bitch level Sudoku puzzle? What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die.
palms were sweating and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot, I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it could pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. Aww! Aww! I can't remember it. I like Sudoku, so I didn't find it difficult, but it's not baby mode. Just not one of those puzzles where it's not one of those puzzles where you get like 2 numbers. It took you a long time, but you didn't have to pull any advanced tricks to finish it. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me!
Are we going to access through the morphogenetic field, solve the puzzle, and bring Akane back to life? Is she just like freaking Schrodinger's 9-year-old? Actually, yeah, 9-year-old. We'll say 9. The cross is good.
Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please!
It's time to send the answer back in time! Back to the future!
Help me!
Wait, isn't that... I think that's the plot of one of the Fate Extra games. Involves sending stuff back in time to your past self.
Jumpy!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover is looking at me. And I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. His voice was... It was his voice, but it was deeper. Puberty. But I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there.
Is the reason that she was getting... I actually had this thought too. Is that the reason she was getting more faint and having trouble carrying on, and why she eventually collapsed, is because we're getting to a point where we have to, we're having to verify her. To make another Fate reference, we're having to verify her existence. And we're getting to a point where it becomes tricky to verify her existence because we're reaching that critical point. She's wearing engineer boots, not leg warmers. Very fashionable. And then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Akane, are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that.
Oh, yeah! Now I understand what Santa meant.
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister, to save Akane.
That's the only reason you were brought here! This is so wild! I love it! I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
Damien! Hang on a second, I may get some food for this boy. I'll be right back. Are you in an incinerator right now is not an everyday question. That is very true. Come here, bud. Oh, wait, hang on, there's some fuzz here. No, don't smack the bowl. Hang on. I'll break it back down. There we go. I try to lift the bowl and he reaches up and grabs it with his paw like, no, don't take that away. I believe engineer boots were very trendy the year this game came out, 2009. Angelic Pretty also put out 2 pairs of sweet engineer boots that year. Which, this made me remember because I was like, oh yeah, those were a weird release. I love having this insight! Thank you, Kit!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve a puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it.
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is. 0 is. Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Jumpy!
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Can you imagine how this must look to all the others?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered.
It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot at stake. There's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? It definitely got the impression they were speaking out loud. Because he called out Akane's name out loud. And the others responded. Let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. I just need to switch these out? Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
With my own mind. Yeah, like, he's gotta speak it out loud. Find a way out! Oh, seek a way out, excuse me. I screwed it up. Damn, Kai! You couldn't figure that out? Please enter password. Oh, I don't know what the password is. Was that all you had to do? Apparently! That is the equivalent of setting your password as password. Nope. Password. I'm inputting a password now. Then, are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Try password, alright. This reappeared after I solved the last puzzle. Maybe the hint was in that one? Nope. I have a guess, but it's real dumb, okay? Reset doesn't do anything. Yeah, I was gonna say it had to do with the numbers left, but it won't let me go back. I want to see the last puzzle too, but it's not letting me do that.
Maybe if we screw it up enough time, it'll take us back to the screen. The answer ended up being password. And after it with an extra space. The ninth square. Maybe that's the password? Nine. The password was just 9?!
Yes, that's it.
I tried 999. I hate this game.
Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
Right, I was thinking that maybe we have to add up all the 9s that flashed in the last screen. Or do something else with the last screen, but like we switched it to password so quickly that I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I didn't even notice that there was a 9 at the end of password because it was so, or there was a space, like the 9th. There was, yeah. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Did we get a Chivo for failing to get it correctly the right time? It said, is that your first answer? Oh no, it's just for solving the... Oh, is that your final answer? We did it.
Ah, Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. Is she gonna like hop magically back into the future timeline now? Probably. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared, and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying, and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that. But I am so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane! Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Hang up now.
Oh, of course! That's fine!
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. They were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay?
Ah, shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in
Ha! Junpei, you dumbass!
90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. I was wondering why it seemed like he hadn't hit enter. And again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. I like that they left in the line about getting the numbers in the right boxes. I mean, I guess technically you did put numbers in boxes, but really you just spelled out password rather than putting numbers in boxes. Let's be real.
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course! That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. That equals 9. Digital bird, I mean. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. Then we just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't have much time! Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this or we are all fucked! Alright, no time to explain, just go!
Quick, verify your numbers on the red.
Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Whew, talk about cutting it close, you guys!
Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank fucking Christ! I'm disappointed that we don't get that voice. I'd love to hear that line. No, no time to be happy. Time to go!
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it! Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We still gotta find the dead. Still trying to figure out what it is if it's not a number. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering too.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But... nothing. Look at her little bitty hand.
The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Hey, you still need to find the dead or else, you know.
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again.
I cried and cried and cried. Seriously though, you need to go find the dead. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. It does kind of look like a soul patch, but no, it's just shadow. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Yeah, please don't explode and blow up everyone around you. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets? Plural? Had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. Oh, I guess she took the other ones with her. Oh, right, because she has to verify all of them at the dead. Right. Okay, yeah. Makes sense, I get it. I left the one Tango had dropped on the floor, on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we call Seven, 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide, their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Oh, he was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar Seven and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom.
Even Snake's eyes were wide? Doubtful. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is Seven talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26.
Oh,
That makes our digital route 8.
I counted wrong. I thought our digital route was 27. I goofed.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
I love how calm Junpei's being while he's running.
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
Oh!
B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19,
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
He's been such a smartass about this.
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
Right? How is he not out of breath?
That wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase q.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
But wait, why base 20? Why? What? How? That's quite a leap to make, Junpei. But whatever, he's dumb. Let him have this. You're right. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. There's an extra layer here in Japanese because 9 is Q. Oh yeah! Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe I just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run! Run! Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel! Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds! I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally! Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door. But you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. They all just fall right into the ocean. Just tumbles out into the edge of the side of the ship.
I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. Aoi. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. We're finally able to escape from Gigantic.
Wait, did it sink? Like a mummy?
On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed across the ocean, and then it was gone.
Really gotta be bummed if there's no payoff on the sexy mummy.
It's over.
I still think that one of the characters in Virtue's Last Reward looks like Sexy Mummy. And until I'm proven wrong, I want to believe that she is Sexy Mummy. Like, now I have to play Virtue's Last Reward, like, immediately after this, just to confirm that she's...
Yeah.
It was over.
It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years.
Are we gonna leave Santa on a sinking ship? Like, Santa's still on the ship. Yes, finally, air! God damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh, I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
What?
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
What?
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Then who was Boat? Welcome to Casa de Q group. Oh, wait a second. So there actually was a threat of danger. Okay. So they actually built an incinerator inside of okay, alright, cool. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. Guess I never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. It's a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. But where did the water come from? Where did the lighter fluid come from? That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Mind freak! Figures.
Jumpy.
Yeah, she just like piped a whole bunch of salt water in there somehow. It was very expensive. Okay, Akane, now you have to pay for all their plane tickets back to Japan. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Why is it stuck? Why is it stuck? Is that it? That's it? So how did she set... Oh, I don't plan to quit yet. Sexy mummy! An after credit scene in a video game. What a wild time this has been. I've enjoyed it very much. Parallels. This is kind of awkward. It's like they didn't sync properly. Huh. Aww! Yeah, you'd think there'd be more credits. But yeah, they definitely desynced from the music there.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute at first.
Well, let's see.
He got a tooth knocked out.
It looks like
Or else he
you
lost a tooth.
kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
the elementary school kid tried to fight 5 8th graders. 5.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing sure has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys and the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake 7 and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, 7?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
Oh, by stealing it. We are technically stealing a car.
He doesn't have an international license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
How do you know
Yeah, I
that?
saw some fresh tire tracks going out.
Oh, okay. apparently Clover does have an international license. Yes, apparently so. Oops.
There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Girls' night!
Sure thing.
Oh shit! God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast! Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. For sure throwing up a lot of dust. I mean, we don't technically know they aren't all from. They might not have all come from Japan. Well, no, because the news did talk about them, so they probably all were from Japan. It was a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through a hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies?
Yeah, the bunnies.
You plucked some grass from the ground. I wondered if it was going to be those kids. And tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so
I knew that they would have to bring that back around somewhere.
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. So now I want to know how he got there? His eyes just look empty, no emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
How are you getting to the trunk? Like, how... You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
Ali and Akane, one would assume. Yes, I suppose so. Trunks used to have, like, easy access over the back seat. Oh, okay.
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
This is a bad motive.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply.
It's awkward, but it's not worth kidnapping children. You almost burned a woman to death. Not a woman, a child to death. You almost burned several people to death. Well, no, I guess you didn't technically start the incinerator the second time. The second time was Santa, but, you know. Junpei, put the tape back.
But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well.
I'm not! Puts the tape back on. Turns around.
You see, the human collective consciousness...
He killed 3 people today. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two.
2.
This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I
9.
escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when I finally slipped up.
This is better with voice acting and the sound effect of the tape being restuck. Yes.
During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck.
Bitch, we found it too! Don't act like you're so freaking cool.
There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae.
Mandrake.
I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soparu.
Whoa!
Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Junpei, you dork.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved his arm towards me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so that means it's for you, right?
I actually have one of my favorite Christmas ornaments is made out of yarn and a lifesaver, like the hard candy, like a little roll of those. That's what it makes me think of. It's got little arms and legs and a little face made out of a styrofoam ball, little googly eyes, and a little hat. I've had it since I was a
Are you sure
wee.
it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Junpei, you single-celled organism!
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
So that's why she went back and got that's why she was able to connect with him? Because of the voodoo doll? The For You doll?
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
What?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Junpei, you little dork! That's adorable!
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and...
This is a little racist, but it's alright!
I go wherever you are.
I love this 10-year-old having a grown-ass man's voice.
So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just five words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down towards the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave.
God, so his name is Light? So they were using real names. I assumed that was a code name. God, his real name is Light. God. So then Clover just used her real... We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, the lights of the town began to flicker on. Bye, Joe. Have a good evening. Lightfield and Cloverfield. God. All right, wrap it up, kids. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now, as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then... how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's
What
somebody next to the road.
What? Hmm?
What? Sexy mommy! Sexy mommy! Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. Yes! Ah! Good shit. Don't forget your towel. Finished all scenarios of 999. We did actually get the Chivo for the, a sixth sense of what's coming. Or maybe we didn't, it just didn't show up at the time. Because, yeah, they're all good. We done it, gang. I'm so pleased. What a good game. Thanks. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I had a really good time. What a good, weird game. Why there are 38 achievements? I only have 8 unlocked. What are the other ones? What does Virtue's Last Reward have in store? Well, if you want to play it next, I'm totally game. We can start it up on Saturday. I mean, what else we gonna do, right? I still can't stream from my Mac. I might never be able to stream from my Mac again. No, I probably we'll figure something out eventually. But yeah, they're a combo pack. I got it. It's right here. Well, shoot. Then I'll see you guys on Saturday for Virtue's Last Reward. How's that sound? Once I upgrade my operating system later, I should be able to figure out a workaround, because there's another program by the people who make the thing that stopped working on mine. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed 999. I sure did. You could check out the next episode of Virtue's Last Reward up in the top right. See some more things you might like in the bottom right. And over here, I'm pointing, but you can't actually see it. Over on the left side, you could click the little Tintabro to subscribe. That'd be pretty cool of you. In the meantime, have a good week. Oh, my mom, it says hi. She'll actually be here on Saturday, so that's cool. Maybe she'll pop in for a bit. Till then, take care. Have a good Friday. Peace out.